This is part 2 of the DB2447. This discussion is of the MaxEmerge Pro row units. They use a cast iron frame. I like the cast iron frame. It's heavy duty, resists twisting and bending. We'll start here at the back. You notice John Deere uses deep grooves on the depth sets. I like the deep grooves. The handle stays locked in. Heavy cornstalk residue does not knock the handle out. My experience with Kinsey planters is the grooves are not deep enough and will pop the handle out. Many times you'll find rows that are unpacked. John Deere does not have this problem. Next, we got the packing wheels. John Deere went to a poly outside and a poly inside. I do not like the poly inside. It's weak, susceptible to rock damage, and poor lasting. Kinsey still uses a steel inner shell with a poly outside cover. The John Deere will not accommodate a Martin RID tire. It's just not strong enough. Kinsey has a superior wheel. Anybody going from a John Deere 7000 to a newer planter will notice they have repositioned these wheels much better in wet conditions. It will not pack up with mud. You can go right through places with water standing. You will not have any problems getting through. There you'll notice the Yetter residue wheels on a John Deere colder. They are a 13 wave colder. When we plant corn, we only use the residue wheels. The colder blades come off. That's a very simple job. When we plant beans, we raise the residue wheels and run the colders only. There are 4 places on this toolbar, 4 row units, that will not accommodate a Yetter residue wheel John Deere colder combination. You're required to unbolt the entire colder assembly and install a short version Yetter residue wheel. Then if we're going to beans, requires reversing the process. That's time consuming and not very handy. We did order this planter with the optional pneumatic down pressure system. I like the down pressure system. It's easy to use. It ensures planter stays in the ground. Good system. Here you will notice the mini hopper and the seed metering system. The mini hopper is well done. Uses Pro Drive shafts. They're trouble free. They resist corn stalks. Doesn't flip off like chains. I like the Pro Drives. Long lasting and simple. The metering system, this planter is only available in a vac. I'm not big on vac planters. Requires much more than just changing a disc for good corn to beans. The seal gets dust on it, does not make good contact, starts leaking, you lose seed placement, partly due to John Deere's poor hinge. Their hinge system uses one cheap plastic hinge. You gotta get the door just right or you'll leak vacuum. You'll not get a good stand seed. I think they need to add a second hinge, possibly a second strap. You're better re-offer mechanical metering. The bean units are set back. It's a staggered pattern. Here's your lever for beans. This locks up your inner plant row unit. They do stand up very well out of the way for planting corn. They rarely ever touch ground. The staggered pattern is real good for high residue conditions. Cruises right through 200 bushel corn residue with ease. It's not like an old 1780 planter. They've eliminated the problems with this new Bower bar. There's the vac tubes, the seed delivery tubes, vacuum blowers. There's the exhaust ports. Last spring we were in some real dry conditions. You got a tractor cab with this thing running on the ground. This exhaust blows the ground very hard and it just boils dirt all over the place. It's not very fun to be around. I wish John Deere would exhaust somewhere differently. Put a deflector of some sort on there. There's the variable rate hydraulic drives. This planter is fully hydraulically driven. I like the variable rate drives. It offers on-the-go rate changes. It's simple. There's minimal amount of drive chains. The only disadvantage to a variable rate drive is when you get below 1.5 mile an hour on the ends, the planter will either overplant or shut down. The row units are wide open, easy to service, easy to grease. There's minimal daily maintenance. They did a real good job with the day-to-day maintenance on this planter. My overall opinion of the planter, I feel it is a good planter. It's a nice looking toolbar, nice looking row units. Should be a long lasting planter. I feel it would be a better bean planter than a corn and bean combination planter. There are a few places they could go back to the drawing board, especially with the bower bar. Scale 1 to 10, I would give it a 7. I will be posting more videos of other various equipment, giving my opinion, features. Stay tuned for more videos.